Right, which brings me to my next point. So 1996, right? Mobb Deep releases Hell on Earth, and you're on the song Can't Get Enough of It. But you're also on the original version of Extortion. Right? So well, let's go with Can't Get Enough of It first, right? So like you recorded the song like what, one day before you end up getting locked up again?
Yep.
So you could tell I did my homework. So what happened? So you laid down the vocal and then you get hit with like another drug charge or what?
No. All right. Go back out of town. I had a friend of mine that was on the run. Not going to say what he was on the run for, but he was on the run. We go out of town. And common slip up, wasn't paying attention. Got caught. I kind of feel it may have saved me or delayed something because I had beef at the time and I just bought a new gun with a 50-shot clip. And my plan was to come home and end the beef. And I called my homeboy that morning and was just like, yo, when I get back, it is on. And they kicked in the door and I got him.
Wow. So then you could have ended up doing life in prison instead if that didn't happen. That's crazy how the universe works, right?
Yeah.
So, apparently there was bigger plans for you after all. That's crazy. Some of the hardest things that we go through in life sometimes actually really do save us,
Yeah, I really feel that way because I've said it before. The mind state me and my people was in at the time, I wasn't ready for a record deal. There's no way was I ready for a record deal. No way, no possible way.
But you're seeing Have and Prodigy really start to become superstars at this point, right?
Yeah.
But you're not seeing like, hey, like I can be a part of this. Like I want to be a part of this. You're just like,
I mean, of course you'd actually want to be a part of it, but I also got to pay attention to the world I'm in.
Right, because I read somewhere that you were really focused on getting money at the time. Like that's what you really wanted.
Yeah, I mean that was where my mind was at the time. Like really, like of course I wanted to rhyme. I loved it. I love when they took me with them to see things, but also I know the harsh realities of there's gangsters everywhere.
Right.
And while we travel into different states, a lot of people want to see if you're really about that life. And
what
you
you're
have
rapping
to
about.
take precautions. You got to take precautions and be things. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be smart.
Right. So then you were on the original version of Extortion. They replaced your verse with Method Man. Why was your verse replaced on there?
They just said they wanted to do stuff with more people. But I actually feel I caught a body on the Extortion verse.
Yeah,
I really feel I caught a body. Like it was just. I think everything just added up because if they would have left me on Extortion, and then it would. I mean, like I said, like maybe someone would have been like, "Oh, yo, we want to sign them." It wouldn't have been good. It would honestly, like, it wouldn't have been good. Like, so ignorant at that time. Ignorant.
You mean that you weren't ready, or you mean that Havoc and Prodigy wouldn't have liked that?
No, I think they would have been all for it. I wasn't ready,
right?
Because like my mentality was all street at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Street, not like street, idiot street.
Right. So did you record Extortion, that verse, on that same day that you did Can't Get Enough of It?
Maybe, probably, I don't know. Probably, I don't remember, probably. Or maybe the day before, I don't know. Because I know they was in Access Studio a lot. And that, that was like going there was like a break from the hood. You know what I'm saying? Because Access Studio, shout out to Dan the Man. Access Studio was in a penthouse, high, you know what I'm saying, the building. And it was an escape.
Right.
Watch things happen, and it was an escape.
Did you get mad about getting taken off of that song because you caught a body on it?
No,
because that verse was dope though. You know what I mean? So
yeah, it was, but you know, right now it's just the thing is it ain't about you. You know what I'm saying? That's their thing. Like it ain't about you. You can't get mad at that. I mean, a lot of people probably would have gotten mad, but you can't get mad at that. Plus, like I said, my mind was I would have been mad if I could, like if they would have went to the radio to rap and didn't take me, then I'd have been like, oh my God, what is wrong with you? Like, how do y'all not take me to go rap on the radio?
So at that time though, like before you got locked up, how far along were they on that album, Hell on Earth? Were they almost finished?
Yeah. Hell on Earth came out a day after my birthday. I would never forget that. November 19th, 1996. I got locked up in August.
Wow. So a couple months after, and obviously you had to finish way before you submit the album for it to come out anyways. So were you there like the whole time that they were working on that album?
Yeah.
So that album, people say, is like a much darker vibe, right? Like what was the aura at that time when they're working on it?
I mean, it was just the same thing. Smoke, drink, have sex, find chicks that's with the foolishness. And for, you know.
Wait. You guys were knocking down chicks in the studio?
Sometimes it happens, yeah.
Right. Were they going through like personal things at that time that made the album darker?
No, to me, I think the Infamous was more personal. The Infamous was a story about, to me, this is just my opinion, but the Infamous is more of a story of what was going on around him.
Right.
And I think Hell on Earth was more MC-ish.
Got you.
It was more like, MC type of thing, like, to me. Me personally, I think the Infamous is better than Hell on Earth. That's just me. But when I've seen all the things everybody said about Hell on Earth, I'm like, word, really? I mean, it's not a slouch, but to me, the feeling, I guess, because all the things I was going through and, you know what I'm saying, and, going on in my life at the time, I related more to the stuff that was going on in the Infamous.
I think that most people would agree, though, that the Infamous is better, but Hell on Earth is like a close second,
Yeah.
So I think that's what a lot of people in the comments typically say. But how long did you have to end up doing for time? 6 years.
Yeah.
Right.